Hello, welcome back. I'm glad you're here, honestly. I know I've been giving you a lot of hell, and I just want to really introduce you to something. So, for instance, salads. A lot of the time, we want a quick little salad and then, we jump and go about our way. But why buy the salad dressing when you can make it yourself? It's very easy. So my favorite salad is a Caesar salad. I have all the ingredients right here. We have olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of Grey Poupon, some anchovies, 2 egg yolks, and then lime juice. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to make Caesar dressing. It's a process, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's well worth it rather than buying the Caesar's dressing at the grocery store and it doesn't taste as good as you want it when you go to the restaurant. So we're gonna go ahead and mince up this garlic, but the thing about it is we wanna get it to a nice paste consistency. And I know the word consistency is very hard for a lot of you people out there because y'all can't be consistent. And that's the problem. We all embark on this whole journey of like, we want to be in relationships, this, that, and the third. But are we consistent enough to hold a solid conversation with somebody that we're trying to court? 9 times out of 10, absolutely not. Because you still got them 6 guys in your phone right now that you've been, one of 2 you actually went on a date with in the last 3 days. The other ones you just been texting for the past couple weeks. And they still trying to link. And you still keep sitting there acting like, nah, I'm busy, I got work. Nobody's that busy, baby. Nobody's that busy. You make time for the things you want in life. All right, so we're gonna get into it. And yes, I do have a pot here with water on. That's for later on. We're gonna be doing some shrimp scampi. So that's for my pasta. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because I guarantee you're gonna be doing this for a good little minute because you do want that paste consistency. So you just wanna go in with a couple garlic cloves, get a nice chop on there before you start, working it all the way down. And again, like I say all the time, cooking is not hard. It just takes patience and just show it a little bit of love. That's all you have to do at the end of the day. You already know what tastes good. Well, some of you do. Some of you grew up in households where you never had good food, so until you actually experience good food, like with me, if you come by, yeah, it'll be a different experience. But you know what you like, so just have fun with it, relax, don't stress it too much. And again, this is the longest process of this dressing making. It's kind of like, when you're with your significant other and you tell him, oh, it's only gonna take me a little bit of time to get ready, and then you end up sitting there in front of the mirror for hours trying to get your makeup right, putting on lashes, using glue from like 2 years ago that's hardly even good and half of it's dried up. Yeah, it's gonna take a little minute. But trust and believe, it's gonna work. Because remember, you look great. You just didn't like your date. And fellas, honestly, if you really want to impress her, do this. Make your own salad dressing in front of her. Invite her over to the house. Do this little, well, I won't say it's that quick, but it is quick. But do this in front of her. Make her understand you know at least something besides making cereal. It's okay. I'm not judging you. Your best meal is top ramen. We're gonna work on that. That's why you're here. Again, patience, consistency is key. It's like, try to find that fine, healthy balance in the start of a relationship. You just met her. He just met you. You still trying to gauge, the temperature of, the encounter as a whole. But that takes patience. It takes time. It takes understanding. I need to understand this garlic. How am I mincing it? Is it going to mince properly? Am I working this in an area where I'm just moving it around too fast, too slow? Even if you do, don't worry about it. Don't stress it, because patience is key. You can move fast in the beginning, move slow in the beginning, but if you understand that person and how to navigate through it, you're gonna get your rhythm and your flow, and it's gonna be great. Except when you still got them other men in your phone that you've been texting for weeks. Why are you doing this? I understand keeping your options open, but how many options do you really need if you're already in this game with this person? And I don't even necessarily want to call it a game. You're in this engagement. We're not going to say entanglement, because we know how that goes. You sit there, have somebody's husband on stage slapping somebody else. That's crazy. But that's besides the point. And after a little bit of time, you start to get more of a mushy consistency, which is what you're looking for. But again, it's patience. Rome was not built in a day, and you will be all right. This is the time in which you can sit there while doing this and you talk to your significant other and actually have a solid conversation. Ask them how their day went. Ask them what things in life they're ailing with, actually, Just check up on them. We so fixated on, doing all the time. Sometimes you ain't got to do nothing besides just be there and give them a sense of peace. You go through a lot of stuff on a daily basis, every single day. But anyways, yeah, there's so much we deal with on a regular basis. Check on your people. Check on the people that are in front of you, the people you care about. Make sure they're good. Life is hard. All right, now that you have gotten your garlic to this kind of consistency, we can move this over to the other side. Because now we're going to incorporate our anchovies. And we're going to do about maybe 3 or 4 fillets of the anchovy. This is what some of y'all smell like, because y'all ain't washed your ass. I'm kidding. Jeez, relax. We know you washed yesterday, but you're trying to be on your B. Simone, so you only wash like once a week. It's okay. No judgment here. And if you're accident prone, please move stuff out the way. And you just want to kind of dice this up, because we're going to also do the same thing we did with the garlic. And then once that's done, we're going to incorporate the garlic and the anchovies together, and then get into the real gist of the dressing itself. I just want y'all to know, I wish y'all were here so y'all could actually try this. For the people who are here, I am so excited for y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for y'all. Talk about restaurant quality Caesar salad, yes. And it's gonna be better, because I'm better. That's why you don't have to go to the restaurant, because I'll do it for you. And it's one thing to be cocky, right? It's another thing to be modest. But I have friends to this day that will tell me, talk your shit. Every time you in that kitchen, you fuck up some shit. So, trust and believe, I know what I'm doing. You don't. That's why you're here. But I appreciate you, and you're gonna learn a lot, I promise. You're definitely gonna learn a lot. But that's what I want for you. I want you to learn a lot in a very unorthodox manner so you can feel comfortable realizing we are two normal people. We deal with the same things on a regular basis. I just want you to be in this kitchen and have some fun. Please. You want date night? Do it at the house. It's more intimate. Why you want to pay $20 to park, $10 to get in, have to do reservations in advance, at least a week, depending on the restaurant. Save yourself the time. That's more time you can spend at home connecting, being genuine with the person in which either you're courting or the person you're already with that you care about. And you know how much passion is gonna come from that afterwards? Y'all gonna go in that bedroom and be nasty, real nasty. Maybe not, some of y'all are boring, so it's okay. All right, so now that I have my anchovies to this point, I'm gonna bring back over my garlic and we're gonna kind of mix everything together and get more of a paste. And don't worry about trying to be perfect. It's all gonna come together, I promise you. It's definitely gonna come together. It's gonna feel weird on your fingers like that first time, but understand, it's all gonna come together perfectly. And again, you're looking for this type of paste consistency when you're doing this. I'm gonna give it, a couple more, chops, and then we're gonna work into actually getting the dressing done completely. All right, now we have our garlic and anchovy paste. We're gonna add our Grey Poupon, and we want like just a heaping amount of Grey Poupon. I'm gonna add just about a tablespoon of W sauce, because who can ever say that word properly? Like, it's just so hard. Worcestershire. It's a hard word, all right? Everybody struggles on it. So we're just gonna say our W sauce, all right? I have my 2 egg yolks here. I'm gonna throw that in. And yes, one of them was not as pretty as the other. That's fine. This is not about being perfect. You're not gonna do it perfectly every time. Hell, look at how many failed relationships you have. It's okay though. You're making it work. You're bettering yourself, at least I hope. Because some of y'all got all this trauma that y'all don't wanna heal from. It's time to heal. It is. All right? So we're gonna move on from that. I'm gonna add a little bit of kosher salt to your liking. And then we're gonna mix this together. You wanna mix this well. You wanna mix this better than the lies you were mixing up the last time you told old girl you was out, but you really was out with somebody else. And you just wanna do a nice little mix. Get that all combined together. And don't worry, this does look very ugly right now, but it's okay, because it's gonna look great once we're done. And you just wanna mix everything, get it combined real nice before we incorporate our olive oil and our lime juice. You got a good little mix there. This is 1 1/2, 1 1/2 lemon, well, lime juice. So I'm gonna incorporate it, not all at once, because I like to taste my food and the things that I do beforehand, before I decide if it's done or not. So everybody's taste is different. Mine's just better. Let me tell y'all a story. The first time I actually decided to do this, right? I was at work. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my coworker was sitting down, and I had been craving a Caesar salad for like a good 6 days, and I was just too lazy to go get one. She comes to work with a Caesar salad, and I'm like, bro, I've been craving this for a good little minute. She was like, oh, should've got you one. I was like, first of all, I didn't ask you for any of it, all right? I didn't ask you for any of it. But it inspired me to go home and make it myself. I made it myself, and it turned out better than restaurant quality that I've had in a very long time. And I was like, look, this is why we don't go out to eat like that no more, because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna critique the food and I'm gonna be like, I could do this better at home. So that's why you're here. I'm gonna show you how to make meals easy. I'm not gonna necessarily say quick, but I'm gonna show you how to make it, because cooking is a process. It's not always quick. That, almost done. So now we're gonna take our Parmigiano Reggiano, and we're just gonna kind of grate that in. And actually I can break that off and really work better. And you want to get a good amount of the Parmigiano Reggiano in here, because it's really gonna up the ante on the flavor when it comes to your Caesar salad dressing. And yes, I am making a mess because this is, you know, a small bowl. So it is what it is. And again, you just want a generous amount. Don't worry if you get little crumbles in there. That's okay. That's extra flavor. All right. Put that there. And then you're going to mix this in. Yeah. Because we have more lettuce in there. So I wanted to stretch.
So we are doing a show.
Huh?
You have spent 20 minutes going, this is good, makes more. This that shit makes more. God damn, this shit amazing.
Well, motherfucker, taste it for yourself.
This nigga ain't trying to make it amazing. This nigga just wants more. You're like, oh, I need a little bit more oil. Mustard. Where's the sauce? Shit, toss another anchovy in there. Nah, watch up say. This is the best. You're gonna go grab another piece of cheese.
I'm not. I'm about to clean up. So at this point in my life, I would like to ask one of the directors, one of the people in charge who are making this show possible, can you please, sir, and give your honest opinion. If it is disgusting, let me know. And I will quit right now and go home and cry in the car. Yeah, I'm gonna cry in the car.
You're fired. Show's canceled.
Shit. All right, well.
Nah, that's pretty good. I don't even like Caesar's dressing. All I get is French dressing, but that's good.
I try.
I'm quite sure a bit of anchovy, but that's good.
All right, now we can get to the star of the show, the actual Caesar salad. Ladies and gentlemen, I've already washed and prepped and did my lettuce. We're just gonna add it to the mixing bowl. I'm gonna give it a couple, you know, nice little rough chops, you know, nothing too major. Transport this to the bowl. All right, and yeah, so we're just gonna kind of throw that in there. Generous amount. That there. Kind of mix it together. Make sure everything is coated. Want to toss your salad. And we're going to be appropriate this time. Because I know some of you out there have no act right. Your mind just lives in the gutter. Why, I have no clue. But since you're there, I hope you washed your ass last night. And this morning. Over here tossing salads. Y'all nasty. No judgment though. This is a safe place, like I said earlier. All right? And now we're going to actually plate our salad. And again, it's just a simple Caesar salad, so you know. Just throw it on the plate. And then here I have some shaved pieces of Parmesan. I'm just gonna top that with that. And there you are. Restaurant quality Caesar salad made at home. Stop going out. Stop paying for that Uber Eats bill that you've been accumulating a tab on for the last 6 months, and you got it looking like rent now. It looked like rent. I ain't gonna lie. But you got points, so it's okay. It might be gold star, you know, platinum. All right, so we're gonna work on the shrimp scampi now. It's my rendition of a shrimp scampi, but I wanna at least show you how to kind of score your shrimp so it doesn't necessarily curl how it normally does when you start to cook it. So it's a fairly simple and easy process, honestly. I want to make sure you're deveining your shrimp. I want to take all that out. Make sure you get the back too. And what you want to do is, normally you see when you cook shrimp, curls like this. Kind of like when you're in a fetal position, it's going to curl like this. But you want to slice down, not all the way through, just enough to where you know, like, all right, cool. It's not going to curl like that. And you just want it to be something like that. And keep in mind, I don't want y'all coming for me in the comments. We've already cleaned these shrimp. They've been cleaned. These were just 2 that I wanted to do for you. Because I like you that much. You know, not that much, so calm down. Not that much, trust me, not that much, but enough. All right. And this is just a little bit of water and limes, just to clean it off a bit, so. All right. Now we're gonna get to seasoning our shrimp. Today I'm gonna use a little bit of sugar, powdered sugar at that. And no, this is not the powder that you put on a glass table. This is actual powdered sugar. And then a little bit of garlic powder. Some cayenne, just for that kick. Some black pepper, and also salt. But the thing about shrimp and any seafood, especially shrimp and fish, you do not want to over salt. It catches the salt very quickly and it sticks very hard. So you want to make sure you don't put too much. You want to give a generous amount, but just enough to taste the flavor as far as what you're seasoning it with. I'm gonna mix that together. And then me personally, I like to have my shrimp on a rack and then broil it for a little bit and then put it onto a skillet with a little bit of butter, some lemon juice, and then I incorporate that with my dish. So I'm gonna have this over here. I'm gonna show you how I put it on the rack. So you see how we made those cuts earlier? Just want to put it on there to where it hangs. Because again, I want to ensure that once it's actually cooked, it doesn't get that curl, because everything is presentation here. Presentation is key. You can do it however you want at the end of the day. Just know for the purposes of this, we're making sure presentation is key. And see, sometimes it will fall off. That's okay. You just dig underneath. Sort of kind of how, if you clean right, you dig underneath. All right, cool. There we go. Just gonna get it to hang like that. And since shrimp cook fairly fast, I'm gonna let this be the last portion of what we're actually doing. That way you can see the whole process and the steps into which go into this dish itself. And again, this is, well, I'll put it later. And again, this is gonna be quick. Like, it's not gonna be, this is the meal I make at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm just like, I want food fast, and I don't wanna order anything, because if I order anything, it's gonna take me an hour. This is less than 30 minutes. So, I'm gonna work it together. Our water's already boiling. I'm gonna move back over here. I have my parsley here cleaned. That's gonna be for incorporating into the sauce itself, and a little bit of garnish. I have my garlic and my shallots. And you just wanna, kind of dice everything down. I'm gonna start with our shallot first. Two. And I'm just gonna kind of give a nice rough chop. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be too small, too big, whatever your liking is. This is just gonna be the base. And remember, anytime you cook onions and stuff like that, it's gonna cook down, get caramelized. It's gonna be nice and great. So move that to the side. I'm gonna get over here to our garlic, and you can just kind of do that, make it a little bit quicker. into it like that. All right, and now that that's done, we're gonna move this to the pan, but we need our butter. And honestly, this reminds me of the whole debate that y'all be having on social media about, you know, going out to certain restaurants and what restaurants are, you know, good to go to, what you would not accept. My first time actually having this type of shrimp scampi was going over to, what's the name of that spot? Yeah, the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all, for whatever reason, don't like Cheesecake Factory. First of all, if you've actually been to Cheesecake Factory, have you seen their menu? It's like 6 pages of stuff, and that's not included with drinks. That's a whole nother menu, and it's not including desserts either. You have a wide array of things in which you can order off of that list, and it doesn't range from basic. It's some good stuff on there, but you're hitting still. Here you are, wanting to go to Steak 48 on the first date, and you don't even know this man. It's crazy. You wasn't gonna take him on a date to Steak 48, but again, he's courting you, you're not courting him, so that's fair. But they got great food, so stop playing yourself. That's like going to a buffet that's not even a buffet, and you got a good atmosphere. Chill out. You're doing too much. That's your problem. You always doing look, your homegirl done told you, you done dealt with Seth, you done dealt with Chris, you done dealt with Jonathan, and all of them was shit. Now here you got over here, Tony, and Tony treating you right. He just said, hey, let's go get some dinner real quick, you know. I just want to treat you. You took me to cheesecake? He did. Now you upset. That's crazy. You could have got a great meal, some great dessert, then went on about your business. But it's okay. Y'all want to be a little bougie, bourgeois? But we're going to get you right. This is going to be great. I just need you to be better. Do better. I like you, but I don't like you that much, because why would you sit there and act like that? Like, come on, let's be for real right now. Let's be for real. But anyways, we're going to get back to the dish. Because if I keep getting on you, you're going to be upset. You're going to be sitting in the comments, we need to make sure he don't do nothing else. Well, guess what? I'm going to always be here in the back of your head, in your mind. I'm that voice in the back of your head that tell you to do it, but don't do it. Great influence. Terrible influence with friends. All right, so I already had this on a low heat, so the butter is going. The aroma is gonna start jumping out. I'm gonna wait for this to get to a real rolling boil. It's just about there. But we're gonna let this solidify and do its thing. And while that's doing its thing, come over here. We have our pasta. And honestly, you can use whatever kind of pasta you want to use. Right now I have just the normal spaghetti pasta. But to your liking, honestly. Use whatever you would like. All right, now we got this rolling. Let that cook in for a little bit. Your onion, well, your shallot, and your garlic with the butter. And again, I really wish y'all could smell this right now. It smells so great. For me, my shrimp scampi, I like it to be more of a creamy consistency. So you're gonna see a little bit of things going on right here. Actually, don't want to use that, so we got that. That's good. So I'm gonna use a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Just a generous amount, just to make sure you have a good sauce. And yes, I did use the whole thing, but keep in mind, this is not a full thing, so calm down. All right. I'm gonna take my lemon. And let this cook in for a little bit. I actually want to get a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And we're gonna throw that into the mix. And just a generous amount. Well, generous amount. And just slow and low. You wanna let this, really combine, simmer through, get a thicker consistency. And then we can add in our seasonings. And honestly, you want to make sure like you're watching your pot, Don't leave it. Make sure you're watching your pot. Even though it's so low. I'm gonna actually turn it down because I'm about to leave it for a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and throw in our pasta to the water. I'm not gonna use this entire giant bag. But if you're cooking for a family of like 6, that's fine. But I'm not, so. Work that in to an extent. If we can get this right. I hope y'all are editing this out. I knew I should have pulled all this shit out beforehand. I knew Dre was gonna sit there and be like, "No, if you do it like that, fuck you." All right, so now that we have our pasta in the bowl, I'm gonna go back to my sauce. Make sure that's all good. Perfect. Cheese has melted in, so you're getting this type of consistency. Now we're gonna work into our lemon juice. And you could just squeeze it in, Don't worry about thinking seeds are gonna come out. No, you got this, so seeds are not gonna come out into this. And honestly, you wanna do it half by half each time if you're not doing like a whole measurement. That way you don't get it too lemony. Because you don't wanna overpower it with the lemon. And you don't wanna start off by doing your shallots and your garlic together with the lemon because the lemon juice will change the color of the garlic and make it green, and then your sauce looks weird. Don't do that. This is great. You can add the extra one there. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of salt, some black pepper, some crushed red pepper flakes. Mix that in. And lastly, before that finishes, all right, we're gonna add in a little bit of this just to give it some extra color. I'm gonna add in the rest of our lemon. Mix that in together and do its thing for a little bit. Now we're gonna take our shrimp and we're gonna broil it for, you know, just a couple minutes. All right, well, while that's in there, all right. Now, once our shrimp are done broiling, I'm gonna throw them in a little saucepan just to, you know, get a little bit of extra flavoring. And yeah, for that I need just 2 garlic cloves because we're not doing too much with that. I'm gonna crush that up real nice. And that's all we're gonna do for that. Come back to this. Make sure we have a nice little consistency here. Get a taste on that. And that's it. We can add a little bit more lemon. And yes, if you see it squirt out in a different area, just know this is like real life. It squirts. And there's no real direction. Ladies, you know. You know. All right, we're gonna work that together. See what we got going with that. And I like that. That's Scampi. Now, I'm gonna move that over here because I still gotta wait for my shrimp. It's gonna be, by the time I rough chop this, it'll be good. So, I've already cleaned this off. Gonna bunch it together and then give that a nice little chop. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw that right up into our sauce. Mix that together. Gonna turn that off, move it to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and take our garlic, put it in the pan. Get a little bit of butter. Add that into there. A little bit of light lemon because again, like I said, if you add lemon to that garlic before it actually starts getting to where it needs to be, you're gonna turn it green. Don't want to do that. And I'm gonna actually take these. Had one of the producers come over and they're like, move that out of the camera. It was there for a reason. See, look, now you got me putting on this backwards. It was for this. It gets hot. We gotta go ahead and take this out. All right, so now that's doing this thing. Hopefully, we're working that out, are we? That was embarrassing. First of all, the stove wasn't even on, so.
Then when you put that in, I didn't hear a sizzle or nothing.
Well, I never turned it off, but like if you turn it down too low enough, it'll cut out, so. All right, we got that going. It's sizzling. You're working together, you're cooking with grease, baby. You're cooking with grease. Well, it's butter, but you're cooking with grease. I just want you to know right now, we're about to go ahead and just throw these little shrimps in right there, at that. Just, you know, boom, bam, off the rack. Just make it happen. Because, again, this is just to get a nice little taste to it. You know, just move it around. Get that consistency. You want to drizzle a little bit of lemon juice, not lime. We had lime earlier. And just get a nice little, you know, coat on there before we go ahead and plate, as you can see. And if you could smell the aroma, smell better than you did last night. So we're just gonna say it like that. All right, all right, all right. Now, we'll move a couple things out the way. As far as this goes, move that here. All right. And with this, now we're gonna get to the gist of our dish. How I like to do mine as far as plating goes. Keep you in this open area. Now, a lot of people like to toss their pasta, right? But I'm not him. I am me. So we're just gonna go ahead and douse that there. All right. We're gonna take our shrimp. Not too curled, just, you know, the right amount. And we're gonna guide that around the plate. All right. And after that, take a couple more pieces of our parsley. And you know, you just want a little bit, right? Because this essentially is just your garnish. This is, you know, that pizzazz. This make you feel good. This is what you do when you're really trying to prove a point. Go ahead, come back with a little bit more sauce. And just kind of run it down. Shrimp scampi, my way. Hope you enjoy. But before I go, remember how we were talking and you said, you know, I just want somebody to know. And then you got it and then you messed it up. Look at you now. You ain't got nobody cooking you these type of meals. This shit is so fucking amazing. And now you sit here ordering motherfucking Uber Eats and McDonald's. Can you believe that? They're McDonald's? Crazy. You better come get you one of me again. Well, you can't. You gotta settle now. Settling ain't fun. Settling sucks. I hope you know that. All right, I'm sorry. It's okay. I just wanted you to see my food. It's good though. But you still suck.